Hey everybody, Kevin here, Isuzu Trooper Fix channel. So what we're going to do today is we're going to change out an oil pressure cinder. Now, I originally ordered a part which looks very similar to this that turned out to be an oil switch. And the difference is an oil switch is the sensor that turns on your check oil light. It's the little light that's shaped like an oil can. And the way I understand it, this is the sensor that changes out the oil pressure gauge. Whenever I'm driving the Trooper, the oil pressure gauge does like this. It's all over the place, kind of scary. And so I'm going to be changing this part out and hooking up the electrical. And this part is located right on the opposite of where the oil filter is. Now, I did a lot of research on this, and if you have a Trooper, I wasn't able to find very much information on this at all. I couldn't even get any answers on Planet Isuzu on this, on how this part works. And so if you look right up here, this is where the part is located, right here. So here's my oil filter, and the part is located right here. Now the part that I already changed is this part behind it that you see right back here. Now unfortunately, my electrical part that connects onto this here is really loose, and it won't stay attached at all. And I think that the internals of this wiring must have gone bad, and so it won't stay attached here to my oil pressure switch. So as of right now, I don't have anything to show me if I have oil pressure in this engine or not. So it's very important that I get this piece changed out. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be unscrewing this piece, and I'm sure I'm going to lose a little oil from it. And then we'll be getting the new piece screwed in and hook up the electrical, and we'll see what we've got. So that'll be in video part 2. So stay tuned, and our next video, I'll have this changed out and we'll see if it works.
Daddy, I want to do it.
Oh, you want to video it?
Yeah.
Okay. So instead of that, my son Creed, say hey Creed.
Hi.
All right. So Creed's going to video this for me, and we're just going to keep the camera rolling. So here we go. All right, here we go, guys. So safety first. You'll notice I have a jack stand, and I have my jack. Even though I don't have the wheel off, I still have two ways of holding this Trooper up so that it doesn't fall on me. Now, granted, it's not going to fall down and crush me, but if you have your arm like this and this thing drops even a little bit, it could still break your arm. So even if you keep your wheels on, you still want to have good safety first. Okay, so here we go. Let's see if we can get this thing unscrewed first. I'm going to go ahead and unhook the wire. And I've already checked. It looks like the wiring is the same. And it looks like that is the same. Yep, that's exactly the same. So let's see if we can get this part unscrewed here. All right. Now it looks like the rubber's just turning, so let me grab some channel locks and I'll be right back. You can let it roll. All right, let's see. You can get a good shot of that from there, buddy? Mm-hmm. All right. So here we go, guys. Let's see if we could get this to unscrew it here. There we go. All right. Now, we are probably going to leak a little bit of oil. Now don't let this oil splash on you, buddy.
Okay.
Let's keep this right like this. Always great to have a helper.
Okay. It's actually pretty much good. And I like helping you, Dad.
Yes. All right, here we go. This thing's long-winded, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right, now let's see.
Okay, where does it go?
Just set it right there. All right, let's see. Oh, that's making more progress there, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Got to have good tools.
That's what Philip Johnny Bob always says.
That's right. Now, this isn't a Isuzu Trooper, obviously, so, you know, a lot of these parts have to be aftermarket parts. There's no such thing, really, as getting too many OEM parts for this thing anymore. And so, you know, that's kind of the bad thing. I ordered some OEM parts once. They took like 4 months. They have to come from Japan, and, you know, it's just really, really hard to get. And after all that time waiting, they still wasn't what I needed anyway. So,
Y'all replacing the sensor?
what's that, babe? We're making a YouTube video.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Cool.
you're on camera. All right, here we go. This thing has to be coming off of here.
Oh my gosh, Dad.
Okay, so what it's doing, the sensor is just turning in the brass
Dad, the
ring.
camera's starting to go black.
Let me see. Turn it this way. Turn the phone. Turn the phone. All right, there you go. So what's happening? Shine it right here. So what's happening in here is this is staying in place, and this piece is turning in the sensor. Now you notice on this aftermarket one, this is one piece unit right here. On this OEM one, it's able to spin, and it's giving me a lot of problems to come out. So let me see if I can get a little wrench and get it up in there.
Hey, guys.
And that looks like a 14 probably. All right. So let's see what we've got now. There's not a lot of room to even get a wrench in there. Man, I saw some wrenches the other day that were like half as thick as a regular wrench. They were super cool.
Dad, are you sure your phone's not gonna that your elbow's in the way?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well, that's not going to come out like that. I can't get a wrench in there. There we go. You got to have the wrench facing up. And I'm going to have to try to get my hand in here to get that thing to turn. There we go. And this is going to be slow going. Maybe not. Let me see it. I want to show them what I'm dealing with here.
Okay.
So you see right here, guys, I can't get a wrench underneath because of the way the oil filter housing sticks out here. So what I'm having to do, if you do this yourself, is I'm having to come from the top and wedge my wrench down into this from the top and turn it this way, like this. All right, I'm turning it now. Here you go, buddy.
Okay.
Here. All right. Now it's unscrewing. Now it's going to go ahead and unscrew instead of just turning on the base.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to get my new part ready. So we're probably going to start squirting oil here.
Okay, that's great.
we go.
Absolutely great.
All right, we're almost out.
I want to see the guts. There's no glory to it, though.
That's right, huh? All right, here we go, guys.
Gut and glory.
Let's see, I can't tell what's straight. I don't want to cross thread it. That would be the worst thing to do. I think I'm in. Yep, I got it going. Oh yeah, yeah, we're definitely going in now. And it even looks like it gives me a little bit more room to fit a wrench in there than the previous one did. All right, let's see, what is this new one? It doesn't look quite the same. All right, let's see, guys. Let's see, how'd I have that? I had my hand up into here.
Dad, your elbow's in the way.
Oh, here we go. How's that? All right, let's see. I was right here. Now we're cooking. All right, that's it, guys. We got it going now. All we got to do is tighten it down. And obviously, you don't need to over-tighten this, guys, just so that it doesn't leak. And that stock one, the OEM one, was screwed in there pretty far. And I want to make sure that it gets far enough in that is going to fix it. I can't wait to start this thing up and see if I have an oil pressure gauge. So when I first bought the Trooper about 6 months ago, just to let you guys know, the oil pressure gauge always jumped around. And when I bought it, the guy told me that the oil pressure gauge wasn't working, but not to sweat it, that it had fine oil pressure. And as I'm driving the Trooper home from Baton Rouge, which is about an hour from here, hour and a half, of course, the oil pressure gauge is bouncing around from normal to zero. It's pretty unnerving to be driving in a vehicle showing zero oil pressure. But I got used to it and just been driving it that way. All right, I think that's pretty well good on the tightness. I'll make sure that doesn't leak. And so it'll be nice to have an oil pressure gauge in this thing, especially since now I know the oil light doesn't work. Let's Let's dry that off and see if it's going to run. See if it's going to drip any. Looks pretty good. I'm going to give it 1 or 2 more little
Cranks.
cranks. Little ugga-duggas, as Eric O would say. And just to give it a couple of more little turns for good measure. And that's not a 14. There it is. All right, this would be great to have some little stubby wrenches. I've been wanting to get some little stubby wrenches. And
You mean some stubborn wrenches?
some little stubbies. They've got some little stubbies that are about half as long as these. And just for this kind of situation where it's too tight. Now, I ordered some, you know, if you watch the professional guys, you know, Eric the Car Guy and Eric O and those guys, and the guy off Pine Hollow Diagnostics, they have these really long wrenches. And you get so much better leverage with them. And so I ordered some called long reach ratchets or wrenches. And they weren't any longer than my other ones. They were like about an inch longer. I guess the ones they have are the really good snap-on wrenches that are, you know, some of those wrenches are a couple feet long, you know, or look like they're 12, 18, some of them more long. And that seems to really make a difference when you're doing something you need some leverage with. All right, the moment of truth. We're hooked up. All right, so here's what we did, guys. We took this old OEM oil pressure cinder or oil pressure sensor out, and we put a new aftermarket one in, and hopefully we're gonna have oil pressure now. So let's get the keys and see what happens. All right, let me grab the keys real quick.
Hi.
All right, over here, let's see what we got. Okay. Let's see. Look at that oil pressure gauge. All right, it's showing 85. It has never been that steady. Here you go. Feel me back from right there? Back there. All right, guys. Job well done. So, the mistake that I made the first time was I got the oil pressure switch and the oil pressure sender confused. They're right next to one another. The oil pressure switch just turns the oil lamp on. And as I showed you, the electrical connection to that is not any good anymore. So I now have an oil pressure sender that I put in. The oil pressure is working better than it ever has. I don't think it's going to jump around anymore. Super excited. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff. Thanks, guys. See you in the next video.